The average new car payment now rivals a rent check for a machine that starts dying the day you buy it.
I built cars so a man could reach a better job. If he finances chrome to impress strangers at a red light, that's not my machine's fault. Transportation is the second largest expense of most lives, and the least examined. Nobody budgets the car budgets them.
Then let us examine it, gentlemen, loudly.
Depreciation, 7-year loans, leases, and the single question a salesman prays you never ask. Tonight, what a car actually costs and the 4 rules that keep it from quietly eating your savings. Welcome back to the Wealth Table.
Households sign 6- and 7-year loans for a depreciating machine and call it normal. It is the only purchase where people proudly finance something guaranteed to be worth less every year. My position: the car is where ordinary wealth quietly goes to die.
And my position is that the car is a work multiplier. It reaches the job across town that pays more, the customer the bus doesn't serve, the shift that starts before dawn. For millions, no car means a smaller map, and a smaller map means smaller wages. The defect isn't the machine, it's how it's bought. I appear as the accountant, allied with neither. The account says, all-in transport costs devour a vast share of ordinary income, and almost nobody adds them up. Payment, fuel, insurance, tax, repairs, parking. Add them. The number shocks people.
And the useful question is not car or no car. Most people need one. The question is, how much car, bought which way, kept how long? 3 decisions, and most buyers make all 3 inside a single afternoon at a dealership.
Round 1. The viewer buys new. What happens?
The fastest legal loss of money available to a private citizen. Drive it off the lot and thousands vanish instantly. In the first year, roughly 1/5 of the value evaporates. Within 5 years, about half. No fire, no theft, no crash, just ownership.
Where does the money go?
Nowhere. It ceases to exist for the owner and reappears as the discount enjoyed by whoever buys it next.
Which yields the single most valuable habit in this episode. Buy the car when it is 3 to 5 years old. Someone else has already paid for the steepest part of the decline. The vehicle typically has most of its useful life remaining, and you pay a fraction. In my ledgers, paying double for identical goods had a name: charity to the seller. With an engineer's caveat, since I built these things. Not all machines age alike. Buy the boring, reliable model with a long service record and a full history. A cheap car with an expensive fault is not a bargain. And have a mechanic inspect it before purchase. That inspection is the highest return money in this entire episode.
So, let a stranger pay the showroom smell, but do not confuse used with wise.
Round 2. The financing.
Once, auto loans ran 3 years, then 5, now 6 and 7, stretched for one reason: to shrink the monthly number until anyone can say yes. And here is the trap. Stretch the term far enough and the car's value falls faster than the loan balance does. You then owe more than the thing is worth.
Underwater.
And what do people do then? They roll the old debt into a new loan on a newer car. Debt stacked on debt, which is how a person ends up making payments forever without ever owning anything.
And the lease?
A permanent payment for a car you will never own. Renting, from the same industry that tells you renting a home is throwing money away. There are narrow cases where it makes sense. A business writing it off. Someone who genuinely must have a new vehicle every 3 years. But for most households, it is the most expensive way to have a car.
And here's the sentence that protects the viewer more than any other. The dealer will ask what monthly payment you can afford. Never answer that question. Negotiate the total price in writing before financing is discussed at all. The monthly payment is where price, term, interest, and trade-in are blended until nobody can see what anything costs. Arrange your financing before you arrive, from a bank or credit union. Then the dealer is competing with a rate you already hold, rather than selling you one.
Round 3. Beyond the purchase.
The payment is the visible cost. The invisible ones are larger in total. Insurance, fuel, servicing, tires, tax, parking, and the repairs that arrive without appointment. A reasonable ceiling. All transport costs together should stay under roughly 10 to 15% of take-home pay. Above that, the car is driving you. And the cheapest mile a person can drive is the one in a paid-off car that's well maintained. Servicing is not an expense. It is the purchase of years. A car kept 15 years costs dramatically less per year than the same car traded every 4, because the brutal depreciation is spread thinner and the loan years are behind you.
There is also the cost of buying too little car, which this table should say aloud. A vehicle that strands you or that cannot do the job you need is expensive in a different currency. The target is not cheapest. It is reliable, adequate, and boring.
The complication. Car payments sit at record highs, most new loans stretch past 5 years, and a large share of trade-ins are underwater. But households buying modest used cars and holding them show none of that damage. The machine is identical in both groups, the paperwork is not.
Which sounds like a clean victory for the used car. And here is where I complicate my own side. The gap between new and used prices has narrowed in recent years in many markets. When it narrows enough, and when a new car carries a full warranty and a low manufacturer finance rate against a used car with neither, the arithmetic can flip. The rule is not always buy used. The rule is run the comparison, including the warranty and the interest rate, not the sticker alone. And a second complication for the frugal. Some people optimize so hard they buy an unreliable car and spend more on recovery trucks than they saved. Reliability is a financial feature, not a luxury.
Gentlemen, the verdict.
First, buy age, not newness, and inspect it. 3 to 5 years old, a reliable model with a documented service history, checked by an independent mechanic before you hand over money. Compare against a new car's warranty and finance rate, then choose on the total, not the sticker. Second, the 10 to 15% ceiling. Add every transport cost together: payment, insurance, fuel, tax, servicing, parking, and keep the total under roughly 10 to 15% of take-home pay. If a car breaks that ceiling, it is the wrong car, however much you like it.
Third, never answer the monthly payment question. Negotiate the out-the-door price in writing first, arrange financing separately beforehand, and treat the trade-in as a third separate transaction. If a loan must run beyond 4 years for you to afford the car is telling you it's too expensive.
Fourth, plan to keep it for 10 years and service it as if you will. The largest savings in motoring come from the years after the loan ends. Maintain it properly, drive it long, and put the old payment into savings the month the loan finishes. That transfer is where the wealth in this episode actually lives.
Age and inspection, the 15% ceiling, the total price, and 10 years of ownership. Next time at the wealth table, the oldest argument in personal finance: is it better to cut your expenses or to earn more? Both sides are wrong in a way almost nobody notices.
He says earn, I say waste less. And only one of us built a factory.